Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Testing Mini Bytes. I am your friend Mudan Shaktivel, and today, before we get started to write our first code or start creating the framework, I'm like to let you know that we're gonna follow a few rules to develop the framework. Again, these rules are not mandatory, but still, if you practice these rules, you can create a very good framework at the end. Okay, so the entire framework creation section gonna revolve around these rules. Okay, let me quickly walk you through about these rules. Okay, the first one, never hard code. Okay, I have seen a lot of frameworks and people normally they do a lot of hard coding even with the locators. They if you, they use some strings or the excel path or the chrome driver path, they used to hard code a lot of things. Okay, and if they want to do some modification, you have to do it in a lot of places. So main thing, never hard code. Try to use some constants, final constants, use some getters to get the values. We use proper coding standards to to do all this stuff. Okay, we'll see how we can do that, and keep the things, right things at the right place, right? That's very important. So I have seen frameworks where they have a base test. Okay, the base test, they are reading property files. Okay, it's something that it can be done, but there are better ways to do it. If the name suggests it's a base test, it has to do something related to the test, right? If someone new to the, your organization or your project comes and see the class files, they need to understand if there is something called base test, there needs to be something related to the test, right, which is common across all the tests. But people normally read their JSON files or property files, do all the driver initialization there. This is not a good, you can do that, but still we will try to follow some best practices to avoid this, so that we'll keep the right thing in the right place. Okay, framework is all about that. Okay, even if you go and see how the Java developers code, how the test engine developers code, we can understand they have kept everything in the right place so that everyone can understand where it is. Okay, it's about, even if you build a new home, okay, we would like to keep stuff related to your bedroom in the bedroom, yeah, not in the hall. uh, the stuff related to the kitchen in the kitchen, right? So the same way we're going to arrange our framework at the, with the right things at the right place. And we're going to religiously practice some reuse culture. So what is this reuse culture? I have seen people writing longer lines of code. They don't feel to do the reuse, stating that we don't have time to do all these things, we want to complete the code, so we wrote just driver dot find element. They didn't even create some page locators. Okay, so they start hard coding even the locators. They never tried to do follow the reuse culture. But we, after when we start creating our Selenium framework, we will religiously practice this. Okay, and we also make sure our framework is easy for the manual testers or someone like your product owner or business analyst to at least contribute. So contribute in the sense they can at least run the test with their own. They don't need help from us. Okay, like I already told, if you are new here, please watch the previous video where I have explained about how we can simply modify in Excel and then run the test. Okay, so we're going to make it as easy as possible. Okay, at the end we also want their help. Okay, we cannot do all the work ourselves. Okay, we need to at least delegate some part of the work to manual testers, so that they can slowly pick these automation stuff. Again, you want to make the framework robust. When I mean robust, I have seen people using a lot of public access modifiers, right? When there where it can be private. Okay, and I have never seen people using final keyword in their classes, or to avoid people to extend that particular class. And if there are no use for a class to be, to create an object for a class, create a private constructor. Okay, people normally don't do this. Okay, you want to make your framework very robust, so that even if somebody makes some mistake, your framework should have a capability to avoid it as much as possible, right? We can avoid to certain extents that is possible. There are some runtime issues that can happen, but most importantly, we should try to avoid all the errors, as much as possible. Okay, without wasting much time, I'll see you in the next session. Thank you for your time.